Good afternoon, peeps. Jenny Clouston here, and it is afternoon. Look, this morning just ran away from me, and yes, so here I am in the afternoon, getting my little groove on here. You know, as you know, since October last year, I've been going through my sewing room and finding things and cleaning out and whatever, and then I came across this. So a few years ago, when I had a visit to South Africa, at an art gallery, they were selling these sort of quilt tops. They were just sewn together. The fabrics were sewn together so that they weren't quilted or anything. And I bought 3 of them. And when I got home, I looked at the stitching and I just realized that there was absolutely no ways that this stitching was going to hold. I don't know what was wrong with their sewing machine, but something was, pretty bad. So what I did is over a few days, I unpicked all 3 of the quilts, because I want to actually turn it into a king-size quilt. I mean, really, look at these glorious colors. Man, really? I just love it, love it, love it. So I can't wait for my sewing machine to come back. It's been and got zhuzhed and had tucked and whatever, nipped and tucked. And hopefully when I get it back, I'm going to stitch these together. So isn't that so very exciting? I'm very excited about that. So I wonder when I get my machine back. Anyway, now also we were watching rugby the other night. Obviously I'm from South Africa, so we love to watch a bit of rugby union, and I really didn't feel like covering hexagons for a change. And in my sewing room I found this little box full of small Japanese yarn dyed fabrics, and so they were all cut in these kind of odd shapes. So I just stitched them together in their odd shapes. I didn't trim them down or whatever. And with the result that I did it by hand, it's beautifully wonky. And yes, so this could actually turn into one of my daily stitching. I just don't know what it'll be. But at the same time, aren't these fabrics beautiful? So it was a nice, relaxing kind of thing. And also I did this as one of my videos, and it just didn't, I was interrupted and whatever. So that's finished with those twigs. I might still play with this. Look, I don't really know, but as of now, that is it. So today I started this on the airplane coming back from South Africa, and I'm going to continue doing this. I am going to use my aught jar, mainly because I just don't know where all the other wool is that I had packed for South Africa. I think I kind of packed it away. So let's see what happens. As I said, I'm going to simply see what's in my aught jar and bomb along with that. And let's just see, I might use the wool. Oh, there are birds actually. Wondering if I shouldn't do a few little tufts. Let's do a few tufts in this. That's pretty nice. There's a motor car going past. What's this? Nope. Okay, that'll do me fine. Do I have a pair of scissors here? Yes, I do. So I am teaching at the Bud Kalan. There's a knot in one of these bits of wool. You're going to have to come out, little lovey. Pity. There you go. So I love going to go and teach new groups and everything. So I have taught at the Calandra group a few times, and it's going to be fun. they're very nice, and I kind of know some of them over the years, so that's pretty good. So I'm doing tufting here. It is in my books, so you'll be able to see it. Now what's happened is, Jennifer, I should have actually had one here. It's my little old jar. So I had this one, didn't I? And that was the one with the knot. Was this in there? Yes, that was in there. And that other kind of mustardy one wasn't, was, but I can't find it in this ort jar. That's the only thing when you're working with orts, you run out, but that's going to have to do fine. Thank you so much for all your comments and everything about I got so many about my little pincushion collection, and I've got something really interesting to show you, because somebody sent me a photograph of what they had made a pincushion out of, and it is very clever and ingenious. So and this is also what I found in my little cupboard in my sewing room. And for a change, I sort of know what I'm going to do with it. Where is it now? Oh, yes. It's a roll from Anti-Craft, and I think they are in, I don't know where they are. Well, yeah, so it's Anti-Craft. And it's all these different colors. Some ugly, some unfortunate, some very nice, some I definitely won't be able to use because it's a little bit stretchy. But I know what I'm going to do with this. So I'm going to, some of these have to be stabilized quite well. And I'm excited about this. It'll be a long-term project for me. Woohoo! Yes. I just need to find my little ort jar. All these things are going to blow away, and I'm tinkling too much. I'll just take my bracelets off. All right, now next, there seems to be just wool in this little ort jar, which I don't really necessarily, I wanted to mix it up a bit. There you go. What stitch shall I do here? Let's do a let's do a Portuguese and knotted stem stitch. Oh no, sorry, I've lost one of them. I had a question from somebody who asked me if I see that if my daily stitching is part of my self-care, I don't know, routine or whatever. I kind of had to Google it because I have heard the concept before, and I found out what it was, and I'm not sure that it is. No, I don't think that it is part of my self-care thing. Introspection, I don't think is in my nature. I do it because I just bloody well enjoy stitching, and also to keep my neural pathways open. My hands, I think embroidery is like anything. It's kind of got a rhythm of its own. And I think that if you keep doing it, your hands are sort of embroidery fit, your mind is embroidery fit. And that's one of the reasons why I, and my daily stitching, that I do is, I don't know, as I said in my book, what did I say? And I'll go and get my book and I'll read to you why I do it, because I'm not finding the right words here. And I'm all tangled up here, peeps. That's what happens when you work with wool. It kind of, actually, I don't really want to do anything major here. I'm just going to do Lazy Daisies. Oh, I've lost another one. Let's just get them to the right size. Look, I'm all over the shop today. So I was talking about the book and where I talk about my daily stitching and what it really means to me. So what I thought I'd do, because I don't have words today, is I'll read to you what I said. And this is one of the best quotes that it relates to this. We all have the muscle of creativity in our minds, but for it to consistently give great results, it needs daily exercises. Yusuf A. Lange, I don't know. So, and I also say that my daily stitching practice serves many purposes, but mainly it gives me a great amount of joy. Okay? And I say further on, blah, 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 at the start of my stitching day, I thread my needle with any thread and stitch whatever comes to mind. Now, this is not as easy as it sounds, but with practice, it becomes more than stitching. It is a ritual that clears my mind, builds new neural pathways, and relaxes me in a way that I find difficult to put into words. Yeah, I still find it difficult to put into words why I do it, but I hope, yes, that helps you a little bit. Let us find a nice color thread. Oh, that's perfect. And do some Palestrina. I'm just going to fill this whole little hoop up with stuff and see what happens. Do you want me to slow down and show you how to do Palistrina? I mean, there's so many people doing it, but if you'd like me to show you, I will. Okay, let me draw this and slow down. Jennifer, slow down. All right, so you are, if you're doing this first time, I would get you to draw a line so you can actually see. Obviously, Palestrina, it looks better on a nice, this is a Perle number 5 thread, which I don't normally use, but it is in my alt jar, so that's what I'm going to do. So the first stitch, just get that thread out the way, and let me zoom in here. And then this stitch, take it perpendicular to the line that you've drawn, so it's not going off at a jaunty angle, and it's just 1/4 of an inch. And then just pull it down towards you, and then this thread here is out of the way. It's not going to be engaged, and all I'm going to do is I'm using the back of my needle. I'm coming from the top and I'm pulling it down up. I'm not pulling it from far. I'm coming up really in its grill, in its face, and I'm going to pull it, and there you've got like 2 little legs. Can you see them? Now engage this thread, forming a loop, with my thread, and I'm going to go through that top leg again. Get your thread through, and at this point, just pull it gently up to the top. The knot will lie in, like all forms of embroidery. You pull your thread out of your work in the direction you want it to lie. So I want my knot to be nice and chubby facing me, so that's why I have the tension of the thread coming up. If I wanted it to lie over, I would pull it this way. Got it? Got it. So there we go. I'm sure there's many different ways of doing Palestrina. This is my way, and you can see there's a big gap there, smaller, so I'm going to just form a pattern, and I'm just going to take a slightly bigger stitch there. Palestrina is one of the stitches that for some reason I like to do. It feels good. And of course you can, at this point here, if I had one and a bead big enough, I could actually put a bead in at this point and have beads between my Palestrina stitch. But the stitch is better with a thicker thread, as you can see. And the best tip I can give you is at this point, come up and pull your thread up towards you, up towards the ceiling. And then your knot will lie in the center. You can see that I like doing it because I do it so fast. I do everything fast. I didn't have enough of that thread, did I? That's okay. She'll be fine. Here's some Palestrina. In my little oat jar you go. Oh no, my needle landed up in my oat jar. What else is in here? There's a little bit of glitter something. This should have been much longer. What I'll just do, I'll just give that something at the bottom. Is the color going to bother me? It might. The color one. Okay, I've had enough of this, but it's still on my thread. It's still on. I've still got quite a lot on this. Let me just come up over here. Let's see what happens if I do a Palestrina with this one, and you can actually see the difference. I might make my gaps a bit bigger with this. Oh, sorry, my tension was a bit off there. You know, this is a sort of pearl number. Sorry, tension, Jennifer. Slow down. What I was saying is this is an equivalent to a pearl number 12, which I do use a lot of, because I'm not a fan of stranded cotton, but I still want a fine thread. So, and more often than not, I'll show you now, a chameleon thread. You see how when you're using a funny one and the tension is, I think I might stop here and just give these little things, because I'm not enjoying this at all. So we'll just turn it into something that can be something. Remember, this is a stream of consciousness thing that I do. Oh, so getting back to that self-care thing. So if you do it, you stitch, and it's part of your self-care thing, that's wonderful. But for me, it's simply a thing I do. Yeah. Alright, I want to just turn that into something else because it's bothering me. There's some of that green. Oh, there's orange. I wonder what the orange will do. I'm gabbing today, aren't I? Let's see if I can use some silk ribbon in any place here. What's coming through? You see, this is stabilized. I've got a little bit of a thread happening there. These are French knots because I've got a chenille needle in my hand. It's threaded up, and chenille needles don't make the best and tidiest little colonial knots, so you can see that that one's all, you know. I just need to have some movement here because that's quite static there. If I bring this down, let me end this thread off quickly. I want to sort of pack this in. I'm going to come up over here. It's a bit wonky, isn't it? My segue wasn't very good there. That's a bit wrong. You can see that, but my daughter always says you can see how I'm feeling, by how fast I work and what I do. You can see that my brain is on all sorts of things that I've got to do. Let's get some silk ribbon in here. Let's get some instant gratification. Come on. Let's get some glamour happening on here. Oh, there goes the purple. I wonder if I shouldn't go off on a tangent and couch something down. What can I do here? I don't have a lot of this ribbon, do I? But let's put it on anyway. How much have I got of this? One more. So we'll put you up over here. Plonk you down. Use some other thread to catch it off. I'm actually going to go and get my iPad because, and I'll show you what this person did. Let's, before you go, what else is in here? Because I'm working with silk ribbon, I need a chenille needle. Where did I put it, peeps? Oh, there it is. Not in the hoop, Jennifer. I mean, in your pin cushion. I've never heard that bird before, have you? No. And I do not have a lot of this thread. Ribbon, shall I say. So I'm just going to use it very frugally. If only I could find some of that green wool to just make a longer stem. I'll just put her up there. End off. All right, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to get two things. And oh, before I go, so as you know, I use pearl number 8s and 12s, and I use chameleon threads because first of all, it's a bit of a gemors there, but I'm liking it. So I get back to my threads. So chameleon threads, their pearl number 8 is a little bit thinner than the normal pearl number 8, and so then their pearl number 12 is actually thinner than a pearl number 12. It's almost like a 16. And I have got packs that are all the same colors. Notice I've got 3 greens in there and an orange and a brown. Got to have a brown. And there's 5 pearl number 12s and 5 pearl number 8s. So if you pop onto the website, they are there for you to purchase. That brown over there is the brown that I use absolutely all the time. So that is on my website at the moment. I'm just going to go and get you this other pincushion holder. Okay, hold on. So her name is Caroline, and she's from Napa, California. Is that how you... Yep, anyway. And she said, here are 2 fat photos attached of my celluloid ring box. I hope you like it. I did use wool stuffing left over from quilt batting. So there it is. How cute is that? I mean, really? It's a little celluloid ring box. Oh, no. That just takes the cake. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. Oh man, Caroline, thank you so much for sending it to me. Look at that. I'm jealous. Look, I'm jealous. Well, there you go. Okay, so with that, I started off doing something, as I said, stream of consciousness, really having fun, keeping my hands busy. I'm teaching tomorrow, so I need to have that muscle memory in my hands all sorted. And with that, it's bye for now.